Hello there. I'm going to be playing Elysium Remastered, a mod pack by Titan's Bane. If you go to the GitHub for Elysium Remastered, if you just Google it, you'll find it, and it'll give you a Wabberjack installation file, which you can then run through Wabberjack. It's a large download, 230 odd gigabytes, but at the end of it, it will have automatically installed everything. You do need Skyrim Special Edition with the Anniversary Edition update in order to actually play Elysium Remastered. I will be playing a character that I came up with using the Skyrim random character generator, and with this particular character it will be an Imperial using preset 7. I was looking for a character that uses illusion, as I had been trying that out just before Elysium Remastered updated, and as I was looking for a character with illusion that seemed interesting, I came across this particular one, which is, as it says, it's a very rare chance, and it basically uses all 5 magic schools. The last time I played a full magic playthrough of Skyrim was when it first came out, before I even owned it on Steam, and so I thought that this seemed like it would be an interesting playthrough where I'll start off by playing and doing the various magic schools, and then later on adding on a bit more of the different weapons and armor and such. The focus, of course, will be magic, but these obligatory skylines, I'll aim to get those done as soon as possible, although I'm aware Civil War you have to delay when playing Legacy of the Dragonborn. Bard's College, though, I'll get that done early. Bruma, I've never actually been into, so we'll have to see how that goes. The challenge here is don't use Shrine Blessings, but I've actually subbed that out for one of the others, which is to only do Radiant quests until we get to level 15. So my goal will be to start as an relic hunter for the museum, and then I will just do the initial Legacy of the Dragonborn quest to get it up and running, and then only do Radiant quests until I hit level 15, at which point we'll then run off to the college, although I may want to join the college earlier just to get access to the spells, but all I should need to do is join it, maybe do that ward lesson, but not actually start with Sorthol. I'll then have access to all the spells. And this is what Elysium Remastered looks like inside the game. So might as well just keep going. I had already, what was it, Breton? No, Imperial. Imperial on the Stormcloak side with preset 7, I think it was. Preset 7. When this finishes loading, here we go. So if we just go race Imperial, all preset number. Imperial preset is going to be 7. And let's just see that. He looks a bit generic, really, but Wingot Artenius. Artemis is the god of the hunt. We are going to be hunting for relics and resources and such, so Artenius is similar enough that I think we'll go for that one.
Approach, my child, and choose where your new life shall begin.
So that we
A
can
life
start
filled
as
with
a relic
opportunity
hunter.
awaits you, traveler.
And then I just need to wait for those in the top corner there, all of those mods to finish loading in. Obus SE scripts updated, please enable. Obus. Is this enabled? Enabled. That's enabled. And patrols are enabled. Good, we're fine. I assume that just applies if Obus gets updated in a active game. And just waiting. Also, this lighting is much improved. I had previously tried out Elysium Remastered, and you couldn't see a thing here. You literally had to turn on the lantern to be able to see anything in this room. Whereas this lighting is much more diffused. But that candle there only went to about halfway to the statue previously, whereas now it seems to provide substantial lighting. Anyway, it looks like we're finally finished loading in, so let's do a quick save here and then activate the bed. And one thing I will say about Elysium Remastered is it is absolutely gorgeous. Obviously that was one of his focuses, but it's also difficult. The mod pack is on master mode by default. The enemies dodge and things like that, where it actually can be a bit nuts and you seem to die quite a lot. Yes, we've travelled here as the relic hunter for the museum. Yes, we'll be playing with survival mode, which more than anything else makes the equipment load quite problematic. So the fact that we're only going to be using robes is probably pretty good. We're going to be looking to explore new locations, raise our stamina, receive the voice of the sky. Obviously we'll want to do that as we'll be doing Dragonborn. Pray only outdoors, fine. Never openly break the laws of a cold. That's fine. We won't do any of We're going to start by getting a little bit of food. Yeah, this to me looks absolutely gorgeous compared to base Skyrim. I never did play much in the way of special edition. I only played the previous legendary edition, the standard Skyrim release. So I don't know how much better Skyrim Special Edition is, but I did play with all of the high definition DLCs for base game Skyrim, and to my understanding Special Edition just adds those texture wise. So I think I have effectively played Special Edition. Anyway, we got a letter from, what's his name? Orion. Greetings, my friend. I hope this letter finds you and finds you well. It's been some time since we've worked together, and I had a proposition for you. Assuming you can be persuaded to pull yourself from your work at the Quillen University. I recall in your last letter you expressed wishing to get back out into the field again, and I think this proposal will have you most intrigued. I have been fortunate enough to have been able to establish a museum located here in Skyrim in the city of Solitude, which I have named for the prophetic legends of the Dragonborn, dubbing it Dragonborn Gallery. I have, however, not had much luck in procuring adequate relics for the museum. I've brought with me a few Iliad items from my own collection, but there is a vast array here in Skyrim as my research suggests. There also seems to be a gathering of sorts, with notable artifacts rumoured to have found their way here, but I can tell you more about that later. I would be honoured if you would be willing to assist me by becoming the museum's relic hunter. I know that with your skilled assistance we could make this museum 10 times more grand than the Mournhold Museum ever was. I can offer you free room and board as well, as the museum has a very well-equipped safe house above it, which is just gathering dust, as I prefer to sleep in the staff barracks where I can be close to my work. I also have included 500 gold for incentive and travel expenses. I look forward to seeing you here, my friend. Assuming your interest is aroused, when you arrive in Solitude, just head towards the Blue Palace at the far southeastern end of the city. The museum is a massive building just beside the palace. Safe journey, my friend. I eagerly await your arrival. Orion Morales, Museum Curator, Dragonborn Gallery. Okay, and here we are in a fancy museum relic hunter garb, but we'll be ditching that pretty much immediately as we will be going for that mage playstyle. In fact, I might keep it just to start with.
Talk to Ed Brothers. Deja has no words for you.
And then we can get rid of it later on. For now, I'm just going to do a very quick run through. And find Salty Throat here. Who are you?
If Satia sent you, tell her to piss off. A salvager now. Here.
Who's here?
The captain of the Red Way. The real slaughterfish of a woman.
You're a pirate?
You must have barnacles in your ears. I said I'm a salvager. I salvage. What part of that don't you understand? Why do you care? Seems like it ain't no one's business but my own.
I mean, it's no one else's business, but why are you so defensive? You're the one who brought the name up.
Alright, you got me there. The meat-face used to be my captain, alright. I used to salvage for her. Now I salvage for me. Until next time.
Okay, thank you. Now, if we go over here, it'll start the Eastern Trading
There's nothing
Company.
for you in the warehouse, so why don't you take a walk?
What is
This
this
is the
place?
East
East
Empire
Empire
Company's
Company's
central
central
warehouse. All of their shipments, unfortunately, thanks to some problems they've... Either way, it's off limits to you.
What kind of problems
How should I know? Oh, if you want to help, I suppose you could head to Windhelm and talk to
Windhelm?
Orthus and Dario. He's in charge over
I
there.
heard that's on the other side of the province. Fine. Now we head back upstairs. Not back upstairs, head upstairs. Oh, out of stamina. And because I'm going to be focusing on the schools of magic and not alchemy, I'm going to avoid picking up every single plant that I see along the way, which is not my normal habits. My normal habit would be to grab absolutely everything along the way past. Also, in this playthrough, we start with over 1,000 gold, so I think Orion actually sends 2 lots of 500.
If you've... You're just in time to say hello to Rugbeer.
Who's Rugbeer?
He's the sorry bastard. A
Executed.
gate guard who let Ulfric's Stormcloak escape the city after he killed the High King.
Should be fun. Let's go have a look. Come on. 30 screens taking a while. There we go. We found Solitude.
They can't hurt Uncle Bob here. Tell them he didn't do it.
Position. Rogvir always talked about his honor. Seems to me honorable men don't
Excuse
get
me,
it.
I'm trying to
rather
watch a
up there.
traitor to the Emperor lose his head.
You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his High King.
You betrayed
That
us!
she know now, I thought.
They're all hard.
Stormcloak lover!
There we go.
You helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city
It
after he
probably
murdered High
could
King
delay
Torri.
the script.
By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
You betrayed
He
everyone.
doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Ulfric
Liar.
He beat the High
right
King
now.
in fair combat.
I do
Such
like
is
the
our
that
way.
it
Such
hides
is the ancient
the
custom of Skyrim.
names
And
until
all
you actually
lords.
speak to them.
Cut him
I
down.
don't remember which mod does that.
Guard, prepare the prisoner.
I don't need your help.
Very well, Rogvir. Bow your head.
On this day, I go to Solitude.
Did I say Solitude before? It was... I meant to say Sarthal was the place that you go for that quest. I don't know how it goes to close from all the way over there, but that does give me an option of picking up where instead of the red control gear as well. And Amulet Terrace, I'm between shouts. Well, I'm not going to be shouting anytime soon. Okay, looks like he's done.
Good riddance to bad rubbish, I say.
Some gate guard you were!
Cool. I wonder if they do executions every day. This is different. Ah. So, the previous versions of the Elysium Remastered mod pack haven't had this closest thing. You had to actually be looking exactly at something even in third person, whereas all you have to do is be close, and especially in third person that makes a huge difference because the targeting crosshair is terrible in third person Skyrim normally. And as I'm running through, just all these things are interactable without even really trying. Anyway, this is where he said that the Dragonborn Gallery would be.
Ah, good day, my friend.
And
I'm glad
he's
you're
already-
here. I trust things fare well.
So it was long
Excellent.
but uneventful.
Well, let me give you the 10 Septim tour then.
I think we'll skip on the 10
This building was once called
tour.
Magnarian Hall.
But-
Good to see you again.
Uh,
Well, here in the Hall of Heroes, the Daedric Gallery, and the Hall of Lost, the armories you can display as you see fit. If you bring some samples of flora and fauna, you can build fauna displays and plant
sure, so I might have to pick things for that.
Oh yes, I have in fact been researching the location of an artifact. I'll mark the location.
Of course, I have had the building vastly
Really?
expanded over the last 2 years to accommodate what... Oh, you're here. Very simple. Have a look around. I will commission in anything of relevance. Off to the right is the reception hall and staff
he's doing
barracks,
the tour.
as well as the museum office where I
I
do
thought it was
much
possible to
fine.
skip the tour.
To
and
our left, you'll find the central
straight
hallway leading to all the
access
other
to it.
galleries of the museum, which also serves as the cultural arts exhibit. Here, I hope to display a variety of art as well as elements representing the more primitive cultures here in Skyrim, such as the Falmer, Forsworn, the Giants, and more. Down here on the lower level, you will find access to the East Exhibit Halls, which houses the Daedric Gallery, the Hall of Lost Empires, Hall of Oddities, and the Hall of Legends, which showcase a vast array of relics pertaining to the Daedra, Dwemer, Falmer, and ancient Nordic cultures, as well as a number of peculiar items that defy simple classification.
At the close end of this hall, the stairwell will lead to the Hall of Wonders and armories in the basement, and up to the second floor.
There you will find access to the Natural Science Gallery, as well as the Dragonborn Hall, where I will commission a variety of displays heralding any of your accomplishments. At the far end of the hallway on both floors, you'll find access to the Grand Library, and here on this floor, the door on the right also connects to the museum office. If you cannot find me in my office, you will almost certainly find me whiling away the hours in the library. Also, you should pick up a copy of the museum guide at the entrance of the museum. We'll let you know the schedule of where I'm working should you need to find me, and it will offer you an easier way of navigating the museum, as well as keep track of how many displays our museum has. Of course, it may take me a moment to update those accounts, so check the guide again if you feel the numbers seem off. I'm sure I'll eventually account for everything. Any items you find for display, you can either manually place them yourself, or utilize the prep station in my office. And I'll ensure everything you have gets properly displayed if it has an appropriate place. I'm likely to have a variety of tasks for you, but in between, I'm sure you could help me find a random relic.
Out of interest, where is
I've been
gallery? Yeah, I'm waiting on that. Wayward Pass. Okay.
Feel free to look around and come find me if you have any questions. I'm very excited about the prospects of where we are headed. Oh, yes, I almost forgot. I did promise you room and board after all, didn't I? Here is the key to the safe house upstairs. You can get to the safe house through the stairwell in the staff barracks, or by going outside the museum through the door in the upper level of the atrium. The balcony out front connects to the safe house patio. And lastly, I have a few leads for you to get started as you get more familiarized with Skyrim. Also, this region can be very treacherous with all the frost trolls, saber cats, and the like. The areas to the south may prove a better place to start. First is an artifact I heard is for sale by a general merchant in Helgen named Borgoth. He said he would hold the item for me for a while.
So it may be best to retrieve it first. The others, well, the notes will tell you all you need to know about them.
Notes. Okay, thank you. These notes. Bleakford Barrow, Borgoth and Helgen. A ruin near Whiterun called the Silent Moon's Camp. Okay, we'll go have a look. Meanwhile, I've got this amulet of Telos on me. Okay, let's see. Now, where is the replica? Relic transfer station. Villages. Prep station. Replica workbench. I can make rolls of paper. Okay. I can always. What have I even got in my inventory? Explorer's Guide to Skyrim. I'm not sure if I was just I'll wait that in a minute. I probably don't have anything worth displaying. There's probably not much value in that. I've got the amulet of Telos, but I'm actually wearing that for the time being. So let's head over this way. This is a dead end. Let's try this way. Okay, so should I just run past it? Yes, up here. Up here is the safe house. here we have a rather fleshed out player home to start off the game with. But this is nice for something to just start with. And in here there's all sorts of crafting. You can display various items. I don't remember what sorting chest does, but you can also tell it what things you do and don't want to automatically store and sort. And then it, sort things into ingots and leather and sorts things into their various locations. All the soul gems, staff enchanter, wood chopping block. What is this? Replica workbench, right? Archaeological fragments. I don't know if that goes outside, I think. I'll leave the coins, but I'll take the various cards. So the fake cards, they're grouped into decks of 13 cards. When you possess at least one of each card of type, then you can make a deck which will provide special powers, skills, and abilities while it is carried in your inventory. Thank you. Let's grab all of these as they have 0 weight. Now we don't need the quill. And we'll leave the coinage there. Apparently, those books don't actually exist. Journals, scrolls, notes, okay. Oh yes, and in here we can store. So the mace that I've got I don't actually need. So we can put it here in the one-handed maces. And it doesn't display anything, but that gets that extra weight out of my inventory. I can't decide whether to get rid of the relic hunter here or not. And in here we have our bedroom. So you can go there to sleep. Jewelry cabinet, clothes is currently empty. Change outfit. I'll remove the change outfits, but oh, so if you put an outfit into here, then anywhere that you are, you can change which outfit you're wearing. That seems very cool. Store outfit. Change outfit. Okay. Oh, so there is some harvestable things in here as well. But yeah, so we can store the outfit only on that edge. That seems wrong. Ah, there we go. Store the outfit in that box. Change outfit there. Okay. Okay. And through here we have a little, very nice bath. Again with soap. But for the time being, we are not dirty. Slightly dirty. But that'll be fine. We are a little tired though, so let us sleep. Yeah, slightly tired. So we'll sleep for 2 hours. We also need to level up. And because we're going for a mage heavy playthrough, I'm going to start by leveling up on Magicka. Once we get that to about maybe 150, then we'll start with stamina as well, and then we'll need to obviously sprinkle some health in there as well. For now, I don't think I actually need to spend these perk points themselves, and we do get 2 extra perk points because we've started as an Imperial, but I suspect that I'll be putting Queens into Illusion fairly early, because this here Animage lets you use illusion spells higher than the level that the book allows you to. Other than that, Conjuration is probably one I'm going to use a reasonable amount of. Destruction, I'll get those spells and cast them, but I'm going to try to avoid using heavy amounts of destruction. Restoration obviously is quite useful, and one of the spells, Sunfire, which you cast on the undead and is quite powerful, is actually from the Restoration skill instead of the Destruction skill. And then Alteration is basically going to let us avoid a lot of the other requirements. We won't need lockpicking if we've got good Alteration. We won't need, between Alteration and Conjuration, we shouldn't need pretty much any of the non-magical stuff all that heavily. So that's the goal for the time being. Apparently we're hungry. That's interesting. Okay, fine. Sleep again. And then get up. That's better. That was definitely weird. Now, if we go out here, that'll take us out onto the balcony. Here we go. Where are we looking? That's the Blue Palace. So we're looking out over the ocean to the north. It does tend to be fairly laggy up here. Not quite sure what causes that. Primarily worst when trying to look in that northern direction there. The shadows are not as bad as they've been previously, but fairly strong. And we seem to be able to see quite a distance. I would definitely say that the lighting is substantially better than it was in the previous versions of Elysium Remastered that I've tried.